Week 9 of the National Football League. All eyes are on Cooper Kupp, and with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Rams and the Bucs, next on Madden Football.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, CD, you look at the Bucs in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no Allen to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And here comes Matthew Stafford leading the Rams offense out there. And just as he did last season when he captured his first and the Rams' second Super Bowl title.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Second and 10, Stafford again. Pass incomplete.
Well, these two teams, you may remember, battled in the NFC Divisional round last year, and that game was also here at Raymond James Stadium. The Rams ran out to a 27-3 lead. Before the Bucs and Tom Brady, they rallied all the way back. But in the end, former Buck Matt Gay hit the game winner at the gun, and the Rams advanced 30-27.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. Throwing again at Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Now that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down at Stafford. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. picked by Tracy Walker. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
It's only the first quarter. That's a quick shift in momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
On side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by the rookie third-rounder who's from Louisville and then played his college ball up the road on I-71 at Cincinnati, Desmond Ridder.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First down, here's Ridder. That's caught. It's Shi Smith.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ridder again.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At the 20. After the interception, here's Stafford. his own 6-yard line. William Golston in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Stafford. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. On now the former Vol, Michael Pilardi. "35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Baltimore, but they lead things here as they start 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Ritter to throw it.
Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ritter off the play fake.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The Bucs at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
On the set. Ready?
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
Well, Charles, that's a great response drive from the rookie quarterback. Remember, threw the pick on the previous possession. Here, he's able to lead him down and throw it into the end zone for the touchdown. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass.
2nd down and goal. Ritter looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Personal foul. Unnecessary run defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Van Jefferson was the intended receiver,
but it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Stafford looks to throw again. And able to find Higbee. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, Stafford.
Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford.
Akers back-to-back catches.
No gain, and it's 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Stafford.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Now a toss running left, Akers.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On second and goal, Stafford steps away to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now Stafford on third and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Christian Barmore able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13.
Going play action. Ritter.
Open receiver here. Complete. It's Packer. And out across midfield down to the 45.
On first and 10, it's Gibson.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3.
Ritter now.
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he stopped immediately there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a second and 10. Ritter with it after the play fake.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Desmond Ritter, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield, try to find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there.
This take it in at the goal line.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13.
Joe Tryon-Shoyinka in pursuit that time, and he gets the tackle for loss.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Stafford now to throw.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Stafford on first down. He gets this into the hands of... And a loose football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a third and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. He will push his way down to about the 14. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Second and 8 coming up. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. 2nd down and goal. Stafford. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Here's Ritter. And throw right side complete to Parker. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A give up the middle to Gibson. And some room to run now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On first down, right back to Gibson. And some space here. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Gibson again. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Here's a give to Gibson. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing now is Ritter. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. This to perhaps salt this one away. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, some field goals are bigger than others, and that one makes this a 2-score game.
And with the way their defense has played all game long, that's kind of a love letter to them because that might very well be all the points they need.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So now Stafford and the Rams down by 10. A little under 30 seconds remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Stafford now to throw. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And that not what they wanted. They lose yards on first down. 10 seconds to go. Now it's Stafford. And this one incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. For the win inside, Charles, all that was missing was a shutout. Just giving up the 7 points, that's it. But really, an incredible game from this defense. A very well-earned victory as a result.
Definitely one of the best single games for defense that you and I have seen in a long time, Brandon, because all we saw was that defense making big play after big play. They got after the quarterback. They had takeaways. You name it, they outclassed them every step of the way and checked every box on the stat sheet in getting it done.
So for Tampa Bay, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for L.A., they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.